You love your cat. That is not in question. But there's a very good chance that something you are doing right now, today, in this house, with the best intentions, is causing your cat stress it has no way to tell you about. Not because you are a bad owner, because nobody told you. Cats do not communicate their discomfort loudly or obviously, they absorb it quietly. And over time, it changes their behavior, their health, and their relationship with you. And most owners never connect what they are seeing to what caused it. This is the list of 10 things that need to stop. At least one of them is probably happening in your home right now. Let's get into it. Staring directly into their eyes. Most people think eye contact with their cat is a sign of affection. In human terms, they are not wrong. But in cat language, a hard, unbroken stare is a threat signal. It is how cats communicate dominance and challenge. When you hold your cat's gaze without blinking or looking away, your cat reads that as pressure, something it needs to respond to. Some will leave the room, some will flatten their ears or flick their tail, signs of stress most owners never notice. The fix is simple, try the slow blink instead. Hold your cat's gaze gently, then slowly half close your eyes and open them again. In cat language, that means I am calm, I am safe. When your cat blinks back, that is one of the most genuine exchanges of trust your relationship can produce. Picking them up. When they don't want to be held, cats have a deep need for autonomy, the ability to choose when they engage and how close they allow others to be. A cat that cannot control its own proximity is in a constant low-level state of stress. When you pick up your cat because you want to hold it, you are overriding that completely. Even if your cat tolerates it, the experience registers as something that happened to it. Over time, repeated forced handling teaches your cat that your approach means a loss of control, and it begins to avoid you before you can get close. Learn the signals. A cat that wants contact will walk toward you or bump against you. A cat that is not interested will avoid eye contact or move when you approach. Respect both equally. Punishing them. Stop entirely, whatever form it takes. A tap on the nose, a spray bottle, raising your voice, any physical correction. Punishment does not work on cats. What a cat learns from punishment is not, do not do that. It learns this person is unpredictable. This person is not safe. The spray bottle is one of the most widely used and most harmful tools in cat ownership. It does not address why the behavior is happening. It just teaches your cat to do it when you are not in the room. If a behavior needs to change, the answer is always redirection. Understand what need the behavior is meeting and give your cat a better way to meet it. Ignoring their litter box. Most owners know this in theory, but underestimate it in practice. The litter box is a fundamental part of your cat feeling safe and clean in its environment. A dirty box triggers genuine distress, not mild preference. Cats forced to use a dirty box start eliminating elsewhere to avoid it. The rule is simple. Scoop every day. Full clean once a week, 1 box per cat plus 1 extra. Keep it away from food and high traffic areas. If your cat has started going outside the box, the first question is never behavioral. It is how clean is the box and is it in the right place? Skipping. Playtime cats sleep a lot and can look perfectly content doing nothing. It is easy to assume they do not need much stimulation. They do, significantly more than most owners provide. Cats are predators. Their nervous system is built around the hunt cycle. Without regular opportunities to run that cycle, the energy has nowhere to go. It comes out as destructive behavior, aggression, or anxiety. 2 focused play sessions a day, 10 to 15 minutes each, is the minimum most specialists recommend. Not a toy left on the floor. Active play where you move the toy unpredictably, with pauses and sudden bursts, so the cat can run the full hunt sequence. A cat that gets this is calmer, more affectionate, and far less likely to develop behavioral problems. Before we continue, if this is eye-opening and you are not subscribed yet, now is the moment. We post content like this every week. Practical animal behavior knowledge that makes you a better owner. It is free and takes 1 tap. Subscribe and keep watching. The second half has the most overlooked ones. Using strong scents. Around them. A cat's sense of smell is estimated to be 14 times stronger than a human's. What registers to you as a pleasant candle is, to your cat, an overwhelming signal flooding its primary sensory system. Many common products are genuinely toxic to cats. Eucalyptus, tea tree, citrus oils, and pine-based cleaners are among the most common offenders. But even non-toxic, strong fragrances cause stress by constantly overwhelming a cat's nose. Ventilate when you clean. Choose unscented litter. Be cautious with diffusers. If your cat has started avoiding a room it used to enjoy, check what has changed about the smell of that space first. Forcing socialization. You have a friend over. You find your cat, carry it out, place it in front of your guest. Your cat immediately leaves. Your guest is disappointed, and your cat has had its sense of safety in its own home violated. Cats need to approach new people entirely on their own terms. Forcing the introduction does not speed up the process. It reliably slows it down. A cat repeatedly placed into situations it did not choose becomes more reactive and harder to socialize over time, not less. Let your guest sit quietly and ignore the cat completely. Let the cat approach if and when it chooses. Control and patience build a sociable cat. Force builds a hiding cat. Leaving them alone for too long, too often. Cats have a reputation for independence that has led many owners to underestimate how much their cat is affected by extended loneliness. Cats can experience genuine separation-related distress. They may not howl at the door, but they may stop eating properly, overgroom, or become withdrawn in ways that are easy to miss. If your cat is regularly alone for 10 to 14 hours at a time, that deserves attention. Puzzle feeders, window perches, and toys that engage the predatory instinct all help. Your cat does not need you every minute, but it needs enough stimulation in your absence to keep its mind from going quiet in ways that compound over time, changing their routine. Without transition, cats do not just prefer predictability, they depend on it. Their entire sense of safety is built around the reliability of their environment. When routine changes, a move, a new pet, rearranged furniture, a different feeding schedule, your cat registers it as a genuine threat signal. Most owners make these changes without transition because they seem minor from a human perspective. Then they wonder why the cat stopped eating or started hiding. Introduce change gradually. Maintain feeding times even when everything else shifts. Give your cat time to remap its world at its own pace. Misreading the belly. Your cat rolls over and shows you its stomach. You reach down. It grabs your hand and bites you. You feel betrayed. Your cat is confused about why you ignored its signal. The exposed belly is not an invitation for touch. It is a display of trust. Your cat is showing you it feels safe enough to be vulnerable. That is a compliment, but it is not a request. Most cats do not enjoy belly rubs, or enjoy them only briefly before the stimulation becomes overwhelming and the grab and bite reflex kicks in. Watch the signals first. Relaxed face, slow blink, still tail, green light, twitching tail, flattened ears, tensing body. Stop. When in doubt, let your cat guide the interaction. 10 things, all of them fixable, starting today. Your cat has been showing you what it needs in every way it knows how. Now you know how to read it. Drop a comment with the one that surprised you most, and click the next video. We go even deeper into what your cat is trying to tell you. See you there.